And welcome back to Who Would Win. You ever notice that Batman and me aren't in the same place at the same time? Just saying. This one comes from Cindy Faye, who asked the question, who would fight Genji from Overwatch versus Raiden from Metal Gear Solid? I don't know. I don't play Overwatch or Metal Gear, but I have seen at least death battles for Raiden versus Raiden versus Wolverine, so I do know a bit about Raiden. And I had to look up Genji. Genji, wields shurikens. He has his armor on. He can adhere to surfaces. He's a swordsman. He's the cyber samurai of the group, if you will. Raiden is a cyborg Raiden is a cyborg who, is also known as Jack the Ripper, as he is a madman, capable of, massive damage, literally swinging giant mechs around just by dancing and having them attached to cables, with a vibro sword that can cut through pretty much anything, as long as, he's hitting it with the right level of force. He can even heal himself by taking the cores of mechs out and, repairing his own body. So Genji, on the other hand, and let me get Genji up here real quick. Genji, where are you, Genji? Oh, Genji, where may you be, Genji? Genji from Overwatch. Genji is, again, he's basically a mecha, not mecha, like he's not a robot. He's armored cyber samurai, basically. He flings precise and deadly shurikens at his targets and uses his wakizashi to deflect projectiles. Delivers a swift strike with his technology-advanced Dragon Blade, that cuts down enemies. His abilities include cyber agility, double jumping doesn't reset on wall climbs, shurikens, which apparently are just shurikens. Other shurikens, which I believe are apparently are faster or larger. I don't know what the difference with these shurikens are. Shuriken. Alternative, he can throw 3 shurikens. Okay, it's just basically a spread of shuriken. That's what it is. Swift strike. Genji darts forward, slashing with his wakizashi and passing through the foes in his path. If Genji eliminates a target, he instantly uses his ability again. Cool. And then deflect, obviously deflecting. Dragon Blade. He brandishes his katana for a brief period, using the sheath of the katana. He can deliver a killing strike to any target within his reach. In theory, obviously. Let's see here. The Dragon Blade. Is there anything specifically important about the Dragon Blade? Ultimate ability. When activated, he unsheaths his Odachi, disabling the use of his shurikens for the duration. His primary fire is replaced with a fast swinging melee range slash that hits all of his targets in a small cone in front of him. Genji dealing high damage every hit. Sheaths his blade, and at the end of the Dragon Blade's duration, let me actually click on Dragon Blade to see if this actually has any sort of lore. It's a cool looking sword. I'm just not finding anything that brings up what it's supposed to do, like within lore. Like in the game, that's all well and good, but in the lore, what the hell is this thing supposed to actually do? Again, he's got it. Again, you don't see it really can't see it in the picture, but if you go to like their wiki page and just look at like the image they have here, it's a pretty cool looking katana. It's like Odachi. It's a much longer sword than a katana. It's got this cool cyber green blade to it. So yeah, it's pretty cool. If these two were meeting in combat, the problem I see here is twofold. A, Raiden's overall physicality seems to surpass, and I have seen a little bits of Overwatch here, I just don't play it, but it seems to surpass most of what Genji is capable of doing. Speed-wise, Genji might have the edge, but most damage he could deal, Raiden could recover from. So these two would clash for a while. The problem here is that, A, physically, Raiden is a much more powerful, and just physically, he's a more powerful guy. This guy's literally swung around giant mechs before, so there's no question he's physically stronger. There's also the question of his psychology. If he gets hit and hurt too much, you go into Jack the Ripper mode and just go completely nuts. But there's that vibrating sword of his, which can pretty much cut through anything. And I would imagine that Genji's sword, unless someone says different, which I'm sure that there's something else with that sword in lore. It's just I got nothing here. Let me see. Dragon Blade, Overwatch. Let me actually look up the Dragon Blade in Overwatch. Because if the Dragon Blade actually is supposed to have an in-lore ability, like a vibroblade or something like that, well, then we have a different conversation on hand. Hold on one second here. Genji, Dragon Blade. Oh, let's see. Dragon Blade, Overwatch. Is there anything to take away from this? Okay, hold on. Come on. Okay, paste. Let's see here now. From Overwatch. Alright. Okay, the Dragon Blade. Ultimate transformation. Gives you details. While his ultimate ability is activated, okay, this just it talks about the ability in the game. The game, that doesn't matter much. Player controlled. Ammo was also refilled upon completion of the ultimate. While alien shout, dragon becomes me. Well, that's all well and good, but the Dragon Blade, that doesn't tell me anything about the Dragon Blade, unfortunately. If there really isn't anything that special in the lore of Overwatch about the Dragon Blade, apart from it's a really cool sword and probably very, very durable, then his weapon is null and void against that vibroblade, vibrating sword, because that sword will eventually just cut through that sword and him as well. So it would probably be drawn up, like these two would probably be able to go toe to toe for a while. Like maybe speed wise, Genji might have an edge. Like skill wise, these two are probably on par. But Jax got overall more strength, durability, intensity, especially when he goes into Jack the Ripper mode, and a better weapon. So for my money, I would probably go with Jack, but Raiden. I go Raiden in this, especially if you're to go into Jack the Ripper mode. So that's my opinion, though. What do you think? You think it's Genji or think it's Raiden? I'm going Raiden in this, but I would be, again, for me, it really all came down to, does the Dragon Blade have an ability that could either counter or match his vibrating sword? But his Muramasa, I believe it's called. But unfortunately, I don't believe it does. So either way, that is my thoughts. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoy. Like, comment, share, subscribe. I'll see you for the next one. Later.